All right, so let's continue exploring and introducing angles. We're going to talk about a couple of different types of angles. So, remember how we broke it up into four sections using 360 degrees the full circle, and then 180 degrees for half, and then 90 degrees for half of half in a quarter? So, we're going to use that over here to define some types of angles. So, I'm going to do my starting line over here, the same spot I did last time. It doesn't have to be this way, but it just makes it a little bit easier for us. So there's our first line. We're going to do it in red. Now, if we have an angle that is less than 90 degrees, so this would be 90 degrees, and if we have an angle that's less than 90 degrees, for example, something like this over here, this angle might be around 40 degrees. We'll discuss measurement later, but right now let's just say it's 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Because this angle is less than 90 degrees, it has a name called acute. It's called an acute angle. It is less than 90 degrees. It's our smallest angle. So that's an acute angle. Now, if we have an angle, we'll do this one in orange. If we have an angle that is exactly 90 degrees, right here, so there's our orange. And again, from our starting point, we're going exactly 90 degrees, then that's called a right angle. Right angle. Now, usually with an angle, we sort of do that half curve. But with a right angle, to tell everybody that it's exactly 90 degrees, we do a square like that to represent that it's a right angle. Now, if we have a angle that is larger than 90 degrees, say we're right over here and it's larger than 90 degrees, again, starting from our starting point and going all the way over here, we can see that this angle is now pretty big. If it's larger than 90 degrees, but it's still smaller than 180, we are going to call this an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. We could say that this angle is probably, it looks like it's around 130 degrees, so we're going to say 130 degrees. This isn't perfect measurement, but it's good enough. Oh, and we forgot to put right angle is always 90 degrees. Remember that acute angle could be 40 degrees, it could be 5 degrees, it could be 89 degrees, as long as it's less than 90 degrees. The right angle is always exactly 90 degrees, and that obtuse angle is anywhere from 91 all the way to 179. Now, our next angle is interesting because it doesn't really look like an angle at all. It's actually a perfectly straight line. But we're imagining that this is two lines. So, see our red line and our purple line? So there's two lines and they're still meeting at the same point. However, it's exactly straight. So this is an interesting angle. This goes all the way from here, all the way to there. This is another one like our right angle that has no wiggle room. It is called a straight angle. Makes sense. And it is always 180 degrees. Exactly. We have no wiggle room there. Has to be 180 degrees. Now we have one last angle to talk about, and that's an angle that's larger than 180, so bigger than a straight angle, but it's not going to be more than 360. We're not going to go multiple times around. That makes no sense with angles. So this one, let's see, we'll do this one in some green, is going to go right, let's do it right over here. Now, just like, oh, that was a bad, here, 1 second. Let's delete that, undo, start in the middle. So just like our obtuse and our right angle, this could be 181 degrees, or it could move all the way over to 359 degrees. We have a lot of different options with it. Now, if I'm looking at this angle, here we go. It looks to me like it's around 220, 230 degrees.